You ever trusted someone so completely that you never saw the knife coming? I did. It was a Thursday night. Rain was hitting the window like tiny bullets. I was sitting in my apartment, lights dim, feeling on top of the world. I had just closed a big deal. I called my best friend, the one I had known for 12 years, to celebrate. He picked up on the second ring. His voice was warm. He laughed at my jokes. He told me how proud he was of me. 3 hours later, I found out he had gone behind my back and stolen the entire deal. Not only that, he had been whispering to my clients for weeks, painting me as unreliable, unstable, not ready for that level. While I was calling him brother, he was sharpening the blade. I sat there on the edge of my bed, phone in my hand, staring at the proof on the screen. My chest felt like someone had poured gasoline on my heart and lit a match. The rage that came up wasn't loud. It was quiet, deep, the kind that makes the whole world go silent. I whispered to the empty room, "Why?" And in that moment, something dark inside me woke up. My shadow self, the part one had kept hidden for years. The part that was tired of being the nice guy, tired of being betrayed, tired of staying ordinary. Look at me. If you've ever been stabbed in the back by someone you loved, you know exactly what I'm talking about right now. That sick, heavy feeling in your stomach. The replaying of every conversation. The shame of realizing you were blind. The anger at yourself for trusting too much. I stayed in that pain for days. I didn't eat. I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw his face smiling while he took what was mine. The worst part? A small voice inside kept saying, "This is what you get for being weak." But here's what almost nobody tells you. That darkest night became the night I discovered true power. I'm modest authentic, and tonight I'm not going to teach you rules. I'm going to tell you the raw story of how I went from destroyed to dangerous, and how the same dark psychology that saved me can save you too. Keep listening. After 3 days of burning in that hell, I did something strange. I went to an old bookstore at closing time. I bought a worn copy of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations and Machiavelli's The Prince. I sat on the floor of that dusty shop and started reading like a dying man. One line from Aurelius hit me like cold water. You have power over your mind, not outside events. I hated that line at first, because my mind felt completely controlled by what my friend had done. But something in my shadow self whispered, what if he's right? So I started experimenting in the middle of my pain. I forced myself to sit still every morning with my hand on my chest, just breathing, feeling the rage, not pushing it away, watching it like a storm. And I noticed something terrifying. The more I replayed the betrayal, the more power I was giving him. Every angry thought was rent he was collecting in my head. He was living in me for free. That realization broke something open. I started seeing the game clearly for the first time. My so-called best friend didn't betray me because he was evil. He betrayed me because he saw weakness. He saw someone who needed approval, someone who trusted too easily, someone who broadcasted his plans like a fool. Machiavelli smiled at me from pages. Power is not given. Power is taken. And the easiest people to take from are the ones who don't know they're in a game. So I made a decision that night. I decided I would never be that easy to betray again. I started wearing what I now call the mask of eternal calm. In public, I acted completely normal. When people asked about the deal, I smiled and said it wasn't meant to be. Inside, I was calculating, observing, learning. I watched how people moved, how they spoke, how their eyes shifted when they lied. I realized most humans are walking around with their emotional buttons exposed. They react, they explode, they give away their power with every outburst. I stopped doing that. 1 month after the betrayal, my old friend reached out. He wanted to check on me. His voice was dripping with fake concern. In the old days, I would have confronted him. I would have let the anger pour out. Instead, I stayed ice cold. I thanked him for calling. I told him I was doing great, and then I subtly let him know I had already moved on to bigger things, things he would never touch. I could hear the confusion in his silence. He expected me to be broken. He needed me to be broken. I wasn't. That was the first time I tasted real power. But the real transformation happened in the quiet moments. I started doing something every single night. I would sit alone, hand on my chest, and I would ask myself 4 dark questions. Where did I give away my power today? What story did I believe that made me weak? How can I use this pain instead of letting it use me? Who am I becoming while no one is watching? Night after night, those questions carved me into a different man. I stopped telling people my real plans. I stopped needing their validation. I started moving in silence. And the craziest part? The more silent and calm I became, the more people started fearing me, respecting me, wanting to be close to me again. Even my old friends started circling back, trying to get close. But the throne was no longer empty. I was sitting on it. You see, the dark psychology truth I learned is this: betrayal doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. It shows you exactly where you were leaking power. And once you see the leaks, you can seal them forever. I turned that knife in my back into the greatest teacher I ever had. Now let me speak directly to your shadow self. I know you've been betrayed too. Maybe not the exact same way, but the pain feels familiar, doesn't it? That quiet rage, that fear of being ordinary, that hunger to finally become someone who cannot be played with. You don't need more motivation. You need a new identity. Right now, while you're listening to my voice, I want you to do something with me. Put your hand flat on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Good. Keep it there. Close your eyes for a moment and remember the last time someone betrayed you or disrespected you. Feel that old pain rising. Don't run from it. Look at it. Now whisper these words slowly with me. That pain no longer owns me. I see the game now. I wear the mask. I move in silence. My power is mine again. Say it 3 times. Let your voice get deeper each time. Come back to me. Feel the difference? That small act is how you begin stealing your power back. Not with screaming, not with revenge, but with cold, quiet awareness. After that night with my best friend, everything in my life changed. My business grew faster in silence than it ever did when I was loud. My relationships became deeper because I stopped trusting blindly and started trusting wisely. Even my own mind became peaceful because I stopped feeding the old stories. The shadow self that woke up that rainy night is still with me, but now we work together. He no longer destroys me. He protects me. He guides me. He reminds me every single day that true power doesn't roar. It whispers, and the whole room leans in to listen. So here's a final truth I want to burn into your soul tonight. The people who betray you are not your enemies. They are your greatest teachers. They show you where you were weak. And once you thank them in silence and become dangerous, they lose all power over you. You were never meant to stay broken. You were never meant to stay angry. You were never meant to stay ordinary. Your shadow self has been waiting for this exact moment. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to do one more thing. Take a piece of paper or your phone notes. Write down the name of the person who hurt you the most. Then write these words underneath. Thank you for showing me where I was weak. I am no longer that man. My power begins now. Write it. Feel it. Burn the paper if you want. Or keep it somewhere private. This is how real transformation happens. Not with noise, but with sacred, private decisions in the dark. I'm Mortis Authentic. I've sat in the ashes of betrayal. I've looked my shadow self in the eyes. And I've chosen power over pain. Now it's your turn. The night my best friend stabbed me in the back became the night I was reborn. What will your night